Okay, I'm going to attempt something here that's a bit risky. I'm going to go back to the video that we just walked through together and just add a couple of points, only that it could provide some opportunity for some discussion. You notice in James chapter 5, verse 4, was talking about the wages of the laborers, and how that those who were employing them had defrauded them by holding back what they should have rightfully paid for them. In other words, they weren't rightfully, morally, appropriately compensating them for the work that they were doing. Kind of a principle there that we could attach to that in such a way. I'd like for you to discuss the tip, leaving a tip. It has been said of Christians that we're just not good tippers. In fact, sometimes I've heard it put in such a way that it was actually a poor witness of Christians. They say that after the Sunday morning church services, the local restaurants and food establishments will be full of church-going people. But at a time when the businesses are maybe at their busiest, the tip amounts are sometimes at their lowest. Not a good witness. I'd just like for you to talk about the tip. How much do you leave? What's appropriate? How do you establish that? And is it a form of the Christian witness? Is it that important? Personally, I believe it is. But what do you think? Also there in verse 6 of chapter 5, it talks about murdering the just. Interesting phrase. But in a sense, in a legal sense, people who didn't have the means to defend themselves were being dragged into court, knowing that they wouldn't have the ability to pay legal defense, legal counsel. It's almost as if people were looking at those situations playing out in such a way that they might say, listen, you're killing them. Not literally, but figuratively speaking, putting an undue amount of pressure on them because they weren't able to defend themselves or have the means to provide for such. In those instances in our world, what might those instances be or look like to you when we may be called as Christians to defend those who aren't able to defend themselves? And what might your part be in that? Just a couple of things to add on. And hey, we'll come back and finish our study in James 5, but I want you to think about those, and hey, we'll see you next time. God bless.